want to introduce you to this very simple exercise that we teach people how to find neutral. And you can do this anywhere. This is called Aston seated arcing. Simple exercise, and I'm going to teach it to you as just a small movement range, and you can still feel the effect of it. Now, instead of me sitting on this low height, as I mentioned before, I'm going to recommend that you raise your seat so your hip joint is slightly higher than your knee, okay? And your feet, instead of being out too far, are a little bit back so that your front of your ankle is under your knee, okay? Good. Now here's the first part of this. It has three parts. It goes into flexion, goes into extension, to find neutral. 1, 2, 3. The first part is this. Put your hands on the top of your crest of your pelvis, okay? The bony prominence right there on both sides. Slightly push down, your thumbs are facing back. Slightly push down and roll your pelvis back. Now notice I'm not leaning back. I'm just letting my pelvis start to roll back a little bit. And then roll it back to where you started. And roll it back, down, and come up to where you started. So there's just this small micro movement, okay? But what I would want you to notice is you don't have to use the abdominals to contract to do this. You're simply letting the pelvis fall back and down. Notice when you let the pelvis fall back and down, the chest starts to also go down, like it did in that chair, only in this case, it's just following what your pelvis is doing so that your head and your spine, all the way to your pelvis, are in a slight open C curve, like so. So your head is still in direct alignment with your pelvis, and then you come back to where you started. Let's do that again. Allow your pelvis to roll back, let your chest respond, and just gently curve. When you get to the bottom, blow the air out and exhale. Come on out of it and do that one again. Roll your pelvis back. Let your chest melt down. When you get to the bottom, blow the air out. That's the flexion. 2. Will you place your hands, the heel of your hands, right here at the front of the pelvis, on the legs. Lean your whole trunk just slightly forward. Push your feet down into the ground. Push down with your hands, and that helps traction you up so you can stretch the front of your body really long up to the top and come on out of it. Let's do that again. Flexion. Roll the pelvis back and down. Melt slowly. Blow the air out. Part 2. Lean forward a little bit to get some weight into your feet. Push down on the feet. Push down on the hands. Traction your body long in front. When you get to the top, inhale. Release the hands and let your body settle where the front and back are about the same length. Nod your head and see if you can feel your body respond. 1, 2, 3. 1. Lean forward, extension. Inhalation 2. 3. Find neutral by settling down and letting the front and back of your body be about the same length. Notice I didn't just say settle back. That would end you in this position. You want to be in this neutral position so you can decide to get up out of the chair, to reach to the right, reach to the left, or settle back into the chair. Find neutral first. For the next exercise, sitting on the front of your seat, pelvis slightly higher than the knee. What I want you to do is to realize how to use your feet to support the actions all the way through the rest of your body. So right now, many times what happens is if I were to reach for something here and then suddenly I'm about to drop it, or something makes me move quickly to catch it, I am really going to effort my body in order just to hold this really almost light object, but still it caught me by surprise and I have to have a jerk reaction in my body and I go on hold. When I'm going to reach to the right, if I just bring my right foot just even a little bit out and I push on the ground, that stabilizes my body. I could hang out here for a very long time. This object that I'm trying to get could be moving all over the place. I'm going to be fine as long as I'm pushing off the ground. I then can push off the ground again with my right foot to come back to where I started from. I reach to the left. I'm pushing off the left foot into the ground to reach. I push off the left foot to come back. I need to go forward. I bring my foot forward. I bring my foot forward. I bring my foot to the right. I bring my foot forward. I bring my foot to the left. Okay? So your base of support then is coming from the floor, and you get extra strength by using this secondary force to gravity called ground reaction force. That is the opposite of gravity pulling us to the center of the earth. The earth's ground is pushing us in the opposite direction. So when you utilize this force, if I push down on my feet, it is very easy to raise my arms. Okay? I push down again to raise my arms. Okay? I push down again to reach forward. I don't push down and I raise my arms. Probably looks different to you. I don't push down. Do you see how pushing down lengthens your body, gives you more stability, so you're actually doing a little bit of a mini toning for the whole body in just a few seconds. So use your feet is the second piece. Neutral. Use your feet for the dance of reaching, bending, etc., etc. And then there's this third piece I want to have you emphasize, and that is keep the body moving. So many times when you walk into an office, and I have worked with many offices with the staff here and there, you walk in and the most common thing you see is people sitting in their chair, however low that is, in a certain position, holding while their hands are going, or the phone is going, or their headset is going, etc., etc. Where all this motion happens in just one area of the body. So right now, what I'd like you to do, put your body on hold. Just kind of tighten up everything for a moment and shake your hands and feel how this reverberation impacts certain places in your body. I have this theory I call where stillness meets motion creates friction. Over time, that misuse pattern becomes an abuse pattern and starts to break down and injure the joints or create scar tissue in these places where stillness meets motion. So now feel the difference if when you shake your hands, you can feel that movement all the way to your feet. Go side to side. Can you move and feel your arms in the rest of your body, your chair, your so on and so forth? Now obviously I'm having you exaggerate. Feel the movement of reaching up, reaching out, reaching forward, reaching down. Okay? Now put your body on hold. Reach up, reach forward, reach down. This is an effortful task. So whatever it is that you're wanting to do, it could be a very small movement. It's like hitting the cursor on your computer. Just by doing that tiny little movement, when your body can move with you, you keep it revitalized and energizing all day long because you're hydrating through motion, keeping the body juicy. Okay.